everyone. Welcome to HRC's YouTube channel. My name is Josefina Carlos, and I'm a functional analyst at HRC. I'm working as part of a team of professionals with solid experience in ERP implementations and financial processes. In today's video, we're going to talk about period close in NetSuite. We'll cover up what a period close is, why it's so important from a financial and control perspective, and how it helps ensure accurate and reliable financial reporting. Why period close matters. The period close process is a core activity in any accounting and finance operation. In NetSuite, closing a period allows companies to log financial information for a specific time frame, preventing unwanted or accidental changes. This is specifically important because financial data is often used by multiple teams, such as accounting, finance, management, and executives. A well-executed period close helps ensure data integrity by keeping reported numbers stable, stronger internal controls, and more efficient month-end and year-end reporting. Without a proper period close process, companies risk inconsistency between operational and accounting data, last-minute changes, and reporting errors that can impact decision-making. What is period close in NetSuite? In NetSuite, an accounting period represents a defined financial time frame, such as a month, quarter, or fiscal year. When a period is open, users can create and modify transactions freely. But when a period is closed, NetSuite restricts the creation or modification of transactions within that time frame. This ensures that once financial statements have been reviewed or shared, the numbers remain consistent and are not unintentionally altered. In short, period close in NetSuite acts as a control mechanism that protects financial data, while still allowing flexibility when adjustments are required. Closing strategy and fiscal calendar flexibility. An important concept to understand is that period close does not look the same for every company. Depending on business needs, companies can choose to close monthly, quarterly, or close the entire fiscal year once all adjustments are completed. Another key point is that the fiscal year does not always match the calendar year. While many companies follow a January to December fiscal year, NetSuite also supports custom fiscal calendars, which are commonly used by seasonal businesses, retail companies, multi-entity, or international companies. This flexibility allows NetSuite to adapt to the business rather than forcing the business to adapt to the system. Defining a clear closing strategy and fiscal calendar upfront is critical to ensure consistency, compliance, and smooth reporting processes. Before closing a period in NetSuite, it is important to complete a series of validations and review steps. These steps are usually performed in a sandbox or test environment first, especially when processes are being defined or adjusted. Some of the key activities include reviewing all transactions for the period, ensuring that all journals, accruals, and adjustments have been posted, completing bank reconciliations, reviewing financial reports such as the trial balance and income statement, and once all validations are completed and the numbers are confirmed, NetSuite allows you to close the period through a control process. This process provides traceability, audit support, and visibility into who closed the period and when. Now let me show you an actual step-by-step. First, we need to go to NetSuite, Setup, Accounting, Manage Accounting Periods. Then we need to go to the last period that is not closed and complete the checklist of the process. Something important to mention is that if the company has multiple subsidiaries, they can choose one of them, some of them, or all of them. This tutorial is very useful for every single user because the chronological order is always the same. So, if the user wants to configure another language, like for example Spanish, they can guide themselves with this tutorial. This process acts like a checklist, so we can avoid letting behind some of the tasks that we must do to have a successful period close. Also, NetSuite allows the user to complete the process in different moments. Every task has a label that allows us to see if the task is already done or is pending to do, so the user can start the process in one moment and then follow it in a different moment. We can also see the users that completed every one of the tasks. This information is vital for audit and managing purposes, and to be able to have a proper segregation of duties and responsibilities. As I mentioned before, in every company the period close is different because of the strategy and necessities. Companies can choose to close only a month, an entire quarter, or the entire fiscal year according to their strategy. One of NetSuite's strengths is that period close can be controlled through roles and permissions. This allows finance teams to restrict posting access to close periods, allow adjustments only to specific users, and maintain proper segregation of duties. Some recommended best practices include closing periods on a consistent schedule, using checklists to track closing activities, reviewing key reports before and after closing a period, avoiding last-minute adjustments whenever possible, and clearly documenting the closing strategy and responsibilities. These practices help ensure that the period close process is repeatable, controlled, and scalable as the company grows. So that's a high-level overview of the period close process in NetSuite and why it matters. If you'd like to learn more or need support with NetSuite financial processes, feel free to reach out to us using the contact links in the video description or directly through our website. If you want to contact us through our website, please go to the bottom of the page and complete the form. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on our social networks. Stay tuned for the next videos when we'll continue sharing NetSuite tips and best practices. Thank you!